Do you hear a difference? Do you hear a difference?
The classic head through the van.
I want to close my eyes.
Don't close your eyes.
Gotta say the view's pretty nice from up here.
We're Erin and Brandon. We left home in July 2019 to travel the world full time. We were working remotely while slow traveling through India when the pandemic brought us back home to the United States. With the uncertainty of international travel, we began to think, what should we do next? So last week we bought a Ram ProMaster and have decided to convert this cargo van into a camper van.
We bought a van!
And road trip to every national park in the continental United States. But first, the even bigger goal that lies ahead of us is converting this van within the next 2 months.
We've been finally getting stuff delivered to the house, so we're gonna go through and clean the van. It's already pretty clean, but there's just kind of dirt and stuff, so we want to start out on a clean slate. But I ordered like probably 40 different items on the internet, so we'll see when they all show up. They're supposed to show up in the next week. So we should be getting a flurry of packages any day now. For now, we'll clean.
Let's do this.
This is what happens when we need to clean. Got this in the mail. It's perfect timing because we cleaned up the van and we're ready to start adding some sound dampening. So we saw this on Max's new build from Max and Lee. He's building out a van. So we're following his strategy where basically you're putting the dampening material on the van and any section you can place it, but you don't have to fill the entire space. Just having it there, even if it's 50 to 75% filling the space, it'll make a huge difference in the sound dampening. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but it does make a difference. It's kind of a deep sound, like, it doesn't ring as much. It's hard to tell, but it does help. Yeah, that one you can definitely tell. It'll help the rattling when you're driving. You're in a metal box, so anything you can do to lessen the sound that you're having when you're driving and jostling, going over rocks and stuff, is going to help you stay sane in the long run. It was $100 for a 50-foot roll of this stuff. We figured we'd just fill the van with it, the floor, the ceiling, the walls, and hopefully it'll help. Also on top of that, we'll put insulation, which will also help with the sound dampening. Why not do it if it helps a little bit? I think it's quite a bit different from, you can kind of hear the reverberation. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think it should help, and we'll put it in. It was pretty easy, so yeah. See how much we can get done.
I feel like we're gonna go crazy the amount of times we're knocking on the thing saying, do you hear a difference? Do you hear a difference? We have to clean the surface first with a Windex type solvent. Stick it on and then roll it out.
So I think the important thing here is that you just don't touch it. You don't want to reduce the stickiness. That looks good.
I come in with the handy dandy roller and roll it out.
It definitely helps.
We'll be able to tell when we drive it again so that we can really hear, because when you're driving you hear it and it's almost like a wind tunnel in the back where you're just like trying to talk over it. But maybe when we drive next time we'll be able to tell the difference.
I bet we will, because this, seriously, I feel like I'm losing my mind, but
we just keep knocking.
It helps. Either way, I'm going to convince myself of that because we bought this stuff, so soon it'll be all over the van.
What do we got going on today?
So today we're doing the fans and the window. So right now I'm tracing cutouts. The windows and fans are scary because you're cutting a hole in the van, but as long as you cut it the right size, it shouldn't be an issue. See how it goes.
First time on the roof of the van. Gotta say the view's pretty nice from up here. Just cleaning it off and getting ready to install the fans.
We just measured out where the fan and the window are gonna go. So we were kind of looking at it, making sure it looks even and hoping that we don't make any mistakes because we're gonna make a cut in the van There's no turning back from there.
This cutout we made was very difficult to make because the edge of the window casing was very thin and we needed like the inner edge. It was a whole project. It probably took us an hour and a half this morning to try to figure that out. But
so the saying is measure twice, cut once. We probably measured 100 times and
haven't cut at all.
We didn't cut anything yet, so.
Yeah. Fits like a glove on the first try, thankfully. Hopefully that is the same for the other fan in the window. There.
Nice.
I used a filed down the edges, and now we're painting the edge with Rust-Oleum just to make sure it doesn't corrode over time. You're like Picasso. What are you doing, Ren?
It's my turn.
Nice.
Oh,
Good job.
that's harder than I expected.
Yeah, right? It hurts the shoulders.
Yeah, it's like, oh, for sure.
Do you want to do another?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, perfect. The classic head through the van. On the second try, I cut it perfectly again, and it fits even better this time. A little give room. The other one's like very tight in, but it fits, and I'm happy because that one was difficult. When you're cutting on the side here, it's awkward to get the right angles, and my knees were getting cut up. This is the manual labor thing's difficult. We're gonna clean up these holes. Aaron's gonna paint this one, and then we're gonna start screwing them in and caulking, all that stuff. And we're gonna finish this before going to the window. I just wanna have these done.
And we're gonna take a lunch break.
Yeah.
Hungry.
We're finishing up the installation on one of the fans. Right now it's weatherproofing that we want to take care of. So I've got this roll of butyl tape, and that's the first line of defense. It's kind of like a really sticky caulk type material. And then I'll put all the screws in, and then we've got Dicor, which is like your traditional caulk, and we'll go all around the edges on tops of the screws. And then I also have this tape called a Turnabond. So if we feel like that's not enough, then we'll put a Turnabond on top, which is very water resistant, and hopefully we won't have any leaks in the van.
What's going on, guys?
The screw got stuck in the drill bit. Not really sure how. We're gonna try to figure this out.
Seems like they've got that covered. I'm going to sit right here and relax for a minute. I just got some new shoes. So I'm getting these all broken in.
All the screws are in. Now I just have to add some extra caulking and we should be good.
How's it going?
It's good. Just finishing the butyl tape on the second fan, and then I'll start drilling this one in. Once I caulk both of them, we'll let it dry for a little bit, and then we'll pop the fans in. This side's a little different because the divots are bigger on this side. That side didn't really have any divots, so I'm building up the butyl tape to have a level surface to put the fan down on so that there's no chance of leaking. now I'm getting to one of the final phases. I'm gonna caulk with Dicor. So I've got this caulking gun with the Dicor can. I'm just gonna go all around the edges, on top of the screws, and just seal everything up. So hopefully we have no water coming into the van. And then potentially even after that, I'll put the Eternabond on top. We'll see. We'll see how good it seals. So, next step.
And here's my super fan.
Anne!
Hi.
Say,
Say hi to the camera. That's Oliver. He's our next door neighbor. Okay, it's done. But I'm tracing so that we know where to cut for the window.
That looks right.
It'll look better when there's an actual window and not just a brown piece of paper.
Glasses?
Because you're going to shoot metal everywhere.
Alright.
Okay, I'll try. I
You're
don't know
plugged
how
in.
far I'm gonna
Alright,
go.
powers to it.
Okay.
Hold on to the tool. Is the important thing.
You're gonna want to pull it full force.
Keep
I
going.
don't like this.
Just keep trying.
I want to close my eyes.
Don't close your eyes. Close your mouth, if
There's
anything.
so many metal things coming into my face. While it is a good fit, the window just doesn't necessarily fit the width of the van. It fits the size of what we cut, but not the width. So currently we're trying to troubleshoot that. How we doing?
I bought an RV replacement window, which isn't really what we needed. The problem is it's got too much thickness here, so it sticks through the frame too much, where a window specifically for a van would have been much thinner and you'd just be able to put the frame on the back, no problem. So thankfully we've got Timmy here, Aaron's brother, who's a great, and Alana. They're great woodworkers and they're gonna put together some sort of frame hopefully so that this thickness right here is filled in and it can just sit flush. It's been a long day.
See how there's a little extra space where once we have a wall, it'll be fine, but right now we don't have a wall, so we need a frame. Let's see how this window works. Oh, hi.
Yeah, you can pull the screen over too.
Perfect.
Window works. Just gotta get that frame.
I cut this out real quick, but I think all you really need is a spacer. And I think that if you were to put this here, right? And then you were to put this in here, if you see that now this right here is further away than this, I think it'll squeeze all this stuff together.
Yeah,
Right?
I think that's great.
And this is tight. Like, Dad, you're pushing tight, yeah?
I'm holding it tight.
Yeah.
Flush to me. Come on.
Yeah, but see, like, we have a little bit of room,
Yeah.
you know?
We're finally done. We got both of the fans in correctly. We got the window in. We hit some snags with the window. We were able to figure it out, put it in, and it was a successful but long day. And all the big holes for the van have been cut. And I definitely couldn't have done it without Timmy. Thank you so much for your help. Hopefully the window and the fans are good.
Well, it seems like 12 hours of work later, but we should be done for the night. Problems are solved, and thanks to the help of my family, it takes a village. If you want to continue following our journey on this van build, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Lon, it's your favorite thing to say.
Like and subscribe. Ring that bell.
Stay tuned. While we're working, we have a little audience here. You guys enjoying the show?
Cheers. Thank you, Catherine.
We have a casualty.
We've had our first casualty, and it's 1 hour in. I don't even know how it happened. I just looked down and there's blood everywhere. And I think a little metal maybe got in my eye. So we're taking proper precautions. Alright, that's good.
Hurts so bad. Oh, but I can't move my arm. Come on. Oh my god, Al, can you finish it?
Sure.
Oh. I need to stretch.
You did good,
I
right?
need some proper stretching. This is like such a weird angle for my little muscle.
Alright, we gotta get moving on this roof.
Okay.
Dragging our